Hyvät veljet ja siskot. Aika jatkaa vähän LA Noirea tuosta. Tässä on semmonen juttu muuten nyt sitten, että nämä korpset, mitä täällä nyt tulee vasta, niin nehän nyt sitten on aika horrific saikteja, että mun pitää varmaan lyödä niihin joku blurri päälle jossain satasen edittisoftassa. Mutta katsotaan miten käy. Musiikit ainakin on piinaavat. Vaikka kuvassa onkin hirvittävä väkivallanteko menossa, niin mielestäni tuo kuu oli hieman epärealistisen näköinen tuolla taivaalla.
Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide.
Se on me.
Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, fine lawman of the old school.
Tämähän nähtiin siinä ekassa keississä, tämä Rusty. Se oli sen, itse asiassa Floyd Rosen kanssa.
Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Get out to the scene, lads. No myöhän männään. Kuulepas Chief, mitä jätkä? Mitä vanha pieru?
I have nothing more to say, detective.
Ei saatana, ei väkisi. Ei ollut tarkoitus vittuilla kellekään.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
No sitten sä tajaa kerta tiedät niin hyvin, missä se on. No niin, let's go.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrate on the carton.
You're behind the wheel.
And we are off. Ensimmäinen homicide case. Nyt sitten
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
Katsotaan
Where does
kuinka,
that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with
kuinka
a
paljon
chump
pitää
like you fellas.
sensuroida
I didn't
editissä
ask
sitten
for you and I
vielä.
don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how...
Ihan vois vähän nostaa tuota. Katkee vähän noin subtitlet. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry.
real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Mä luulin pisimmän aikaa sitä, että tää on tehty sillä GTA:n jollain, tai sillä Rockstar jollain Rage-enginellä, mutta tuossa asiaa tutkittua, niin katselin jotain YouTube-videoa tästä sarjasta tai tästä pelistä, niin se oli, että ei tätä olisi tehtykään. Menee ja tiedän, joo.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
Galloway vetää tätä lättyy.
Even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now
Fuck off.
scram.
No, tuokin on tehty yksi ja sama tapa sanoa se. No niin, katsotaan päästäänkö blurraamaan. Täällä voi olla joku Joo, no blurrihan sieltä tulla tupsaittaa joku sensuurihan tähän nyt iski, että... Niin siinä nyt vaan kävi. Mitähän nämä väki tästä tietää?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Sillä lailla. No joku tämmönen jalanjälki ainakin. Jos nyt ei mitään muuta. Eli tämä me löydettiin.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Hyvä Pinkerton. Missä sinä olet, Pinkerton? Hyvä Pinkerton. Mitä jätkä? Ootko hyvällä tuulella? Viimeksi aina huutanut ja haukkunut.
Equipment is valuable and so is my time.
Vittu.
Leave me alone.
Aina yhtä mulkku jätkä. Joku ilta vedän vielä lättyyn tommosta kyrvän syylää. Muutama kalja pohjalle, niin se on sit siinä. Joo.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Joku kokonainenhan tähän piti saada. Sitä en muista, että oliko sillä merkitystä tai mikään, mutta... Nyt tähän tulee joku tämmönen North America ja South America systeemi, niin ja se pitää olla kytkettynä tuon. No sitten me vähän käännetään, ja me käännetään vähän lisää. Sitten tuo, laitetaan tuohon ja tuo tuohon. Oh my god. Bamba Club!
Why steal a table lighter?
Kaikkea sitä näkee, kun vanhaksi tulee. Laittaa paperia, mutta se ei varmaan kuulu tähän. Mitäs Coronel
Has the scene
tiedät?
been secured? Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Olin ottamassa juomahörppyä, mutta sinä olitkin niin nopea puheessasi. Tiedätkö mitään muuta?
I'll leave the theorizing until after
Yeah.
you've examined her for yourself.
Niin sitten. Mitä löysit täältä? Halo?
Got some test results to process, then I need to give evidence at an arraignment.
Pirun pahalla tuulella kaikki taas.
It doesn't appear to be connected. I don't think so.
Tuskin elokuva lipulla on mitään tekemistä minkään kanssa. Siinä on taas vähän blurrille työtä alareunassa.
The victim's bag?
Mä en sen verran laiska ihminen, että mä koitin vähän aikaa katsoa, että onko tähän jotain modia tehty, joka poistaisi kaiken nudityn, mutta valitettavasti ei löytynyt. Se on semmonen laukku C. Semmonen harja C. No, aika tutkia ruumis.
Cause of death?
Nyt alkaa se
Could be the head
plurraushomma.
The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
Vielä saada tää jotenkin nopeasti alta pois.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Siinä kuulitte.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed, a ring most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Murha ja ryöstö. Kengän jälki.
Interesting.
Enkö meitä kiinnosta tuo kengän jälki yhtään? Ei taida kiinnostaa.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the bomba? A man could die of thirst on a case like this.
Onks tää nyt jotain romua vielä, kun tää musa täällä vaan jauhaa? Ihan nopea juoksu. Tätä on tutkittu. Tätä on tutkittu. Tätä on tutkittu. Mitenkäs nää tireträksit? Eikö ne kiinnosta ketään? Ei taida kiinnostua. No ehkä meillä on tarpeeksi. Let's get the fuck out of here. Rusty, sinä saat kyllä ajaa, koska minä on semmonen, että minua joutuu aina ajatuttamaan ja passuuttamaan.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
No mennään sinne pampalle nyt sitten.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got next.
There's a difference.
Yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a known
Jumalauta.
He clearly has a thing for power.
Ajeletko
Power
kumpaa?
over women.
No niin.
Why not power over the police department as well?
Jesus Christ.
The guy opens his mouth again after 6
Keskity siihen ajamiseen eikä puhumiseen. Aivan järjetön ukko.
That's not totally fantastic.
Nyt sieltä joku juoksee alle. Tuo ei ikinä pelottanut näin paljon videopelissä olla kyydissä kuin Rustin kyydissä. Tää on paskanäkijä tää auto. Anteeksi mä puhun näiden päälle koko ajan, mutta mulla on tärkeämpää asiaa.
San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. Would have found him.
Vai niin. No mutta oli miten oli, niin sinun ajaminen on ihan perseestä. Sieltä takaisin joutua ajokouluun. Voidaan vetää pienet seitinohuvet päiväkännet täällä samalla koululla.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Se voi olla.
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
3 sormea riisiä. Ihan riisiä, kun ruista. Jesus Christus. Narikkalappuja. Hello!
I can check your code or book you a table. Maybe you want to talk to the owner, mister. He's in the back somewhere.
Töykeää palvelua taas.
The house officer.
Hauskan näköinen baari. Kuinka flänessä meinaat olla?
So what next?
What? Jesus! Can you go talk to the owner already? Leave me in peace for a second?
Ellei piirissä kaikki on jotenkin konstantisti aivan saatanan pahalla tuulla. Toki tämähän on 1940s, vähän kuuluu kai asiaan, että kaikki on vähän semmosia kovia jätkiä kaikki. Terve.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure, I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Selena's was a lovely woman.
Selina Henryn murha on kyllä tragedia, mutta toinen mikä on tragedia on kyllä toisen tyylitajus.
If you're waiting for a free drink, it ain't
Shut
coming.
up. Shut up, you asshole.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Vaihtuipa kummallisesti ilme. Se voi olla myös vain.
You know him?
Se oli oikein.
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Let's see it then.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Ai niin. Semmonen lisense plate se. No mut hei, meillä on yhä tää törttikryy menossa täällä.
A ring torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Sinä ostit sen.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Yes, I always have. But old man never knew about it.
No, että semmoista. Täällä on niitä uskottomia miehiä ja naisia kyllä riittää tässä pelissä.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No.
Mutta TikTokin mukaan semmonen high body count, niin sehän on vaan positiivinen asia nykyään. Mä yhtään kuulemma sitä puhuu, mutta onhan tää hermostunut.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Sillä lailla. Mennään vähäksi aikaa fiilistämään jukeboxin eteen.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. Nice. Really? I got a call
No, nyt on fiilistelty jukeboxin edessä, voidaan lähteä pois täältä.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the
Sitä ennen
hurry?
pitää soittaa.
My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Your stool. Ain't that something that comes out of your ass?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Laitetaan trase siihen. Siihen autoon.
Phelps badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks for your help.
Semmosta. Let's go. Missä se on? Täällä. Sinä saat muuten ajaa, että...
You drive.
Siihen malliin.
Go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Niitä se varmaan onnistuu paremmin, kun otit muutaman
You find the
shotin
booze
tuossa.
helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if the healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
No, me ei oltu sen edellisenkin partnerin kanssa mitään ihan supersuuria ystäviä, mutta ei tämäkään nyt kauhean hyvin mene vielä. Tämä meidän yhteinen työrupeamamme kollega, mikä vittu lieneekään. Let's go in, enkä tässä paljon muu ääntä.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Onko täällä ketään vai eikö täällä oo? Vähän kaipais maalia jotkut pinnat tässä talossa. The place been chimmied. Sillä lailla nyt päästi ainakin sisälle.
Jimmy. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Jasso. Ei, täällähän on Neves paperissa, saadaan vähän kutskinaa ja katsoa.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty.
Tohtori
I
väistelee
heard them
kysymys.
screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before.
I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal. You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Uskomaton meininki. Sitten tutkitaan tämä apartment. Tai hausehan tämä jo taitaa olla. Jonkun kenkä. Well, hello. Aha.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Iso jalkainen mamma kyseessä. Kuppi, jonka voi laittaa vaikka otsalle.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
$30 suit. You are such a cheap asshole. Pesuainetta. Tämä kuuluu tähän keissiin ehdottomasti. Tärkein evidenssemme toistaiseksi. Onko tämä ovi? Ei ollut. Se oli puhelin. Jaha. Gevelryjä.
Tiffany. The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Toinen harja. Varmaan ihan yhtä hyödytön kuin se edellinenkin. Jep. Ei, siinä oli valokuva.
A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive.
Probably nothing.
Mikä tämä on? Mikä vittu? Onko tuolla hiusten kuivan ehkä? Kohtalaisen sotkunen kämppä nyt ainakin, että jos nyt ei niinku mitään muuta tämmöstä tästä nyt keksin nopeasti, niin ainakin nyt se. What are you doing, you fucking asshole?
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems.
If you sober up.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being a husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk
Tee
to the
sitä,
neighbors.
tee tätä.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Juuri sattuu tulemaan Neikpor paikalla. Hei Neikpor. Howdly doodly.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Homicide, badge number 564.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And
Kalove
she
paisko
and
puhelinta
poor,
tuolla taustalla, en
long-suffering
tiedä
Jacob had a
kuulitteko.
terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person who can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Mene nyt sitten. Jepsis kepsis, let's get the fuck out of here. Mennään sinne apartmenttiin, mikä löytyi siitä Fritkendoorista. Helvetin hyvää suomen kieltä tulee jotain. Kyllä, sinä muuten ajat taas. Saadaan kuunnella jotain länkytystä taas koko matka.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, so you probably deserve it. The skipper says bring him in. Keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
Okay, let's go.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under
Hands
arrest
behind
for
your
the
back.
murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
No, hyvä näyttelijä sitten, jos nyt ei mitään muuta.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight.
Nyt päästään oikein niinku... Tää on nyt sitä pro-detective-työtä. KGB:ssä opettivat tämän tempun. Thanks for the offer. I need you to do something about my wife. Terveisin Stoinks.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Sillä lailla sanoo Iita. Omituisia ovia, kun ei pääse sisälle. Yleensä näissä taloissa kyllä melkein joka ovesta pääsee. Eikä tästä. Halo? Minkäs kokoinen kenkä sinulla on? Psych 11.
Size 11s.
Joo. Pitäis vähän jututtaa, mitä Jaakobilla on mielessä, mielen päällä. Selkeä murderer näyttää joltain inseliltä.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
Mä just kävin Pampa-klubilla, missä ne sanoi, että siellä kuulemma mammasta on ollut aina ihan tarpeeksi
You know she went to the Bomba Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
Yes, contact with the victim.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
What they ever.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
I don't believe you, Jacob.
Tiedän sellaisen lapun, missä sinä kyselit, että mitä perkelettä sille mammalle pitäisi tehdä.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
Teet triat note.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn
Äläpä nyt
mouth.
soita rusti suutas.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her?
Viosta viimein
The
turpa.
DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Ja tuosta.
You're awful hot under the collar for an innocent man, Mr. Henry.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Hän sai muutaman punchin jo
Call in
sisään.
and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Hattukin mennessä päästä pudota, mutta nyt se on taas päässä uudelleen. Se on tärkeintä, että näytetään sharpilta.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Jos katselee hyviä messakia meille.
No, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Laitan nyt.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen.
Hirvetä termistöä käytetään.
Thanks, Doc.
Se alkaa ihan
Operator, give me R&I.
oksettamaan.
Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Eihän sinä auta käydä. Jututtaa jako-oppi pois kerta. Direhtööri niin vaatimalla vaati. Sinä muuten ajat sitten. Se on aivan varma homma.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Käydään eikä jututtamassa se, tekemässä se Jacobin interview alta pois ja käydään sitten katsomassa, että mikä Alonso on miehien. Yksi asia kerrallaan.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Ei muuta kuin Rusti, nyt painat vaan kuule kaasua. Ei me koko päivä tässä näitä tyyppejä haastatellessa.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment call, Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Joo, me jututetaan sitä, mutta mä on vähän samaa mieltä Phelpsin kanssa, että ei taida olla our man.
What now? Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Jokuhan sitä on jo, niin se taisi tulla siinä kun me tapeltiin. Mä mietin, että kuka sitä on hakannut, mutta totta tosiaan mehän tapeltiin keskenään tuossa hetki sitten.
Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
Uskomaton meininki.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator, famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird. But she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. That's all you can ask of a man. But Celine. She never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
That's sad.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Ei tää kyllä oo se murhaaja, musta vähän tuntuu kyllä. Vastaa liian hyvin kaikkiin kysymyksiin.
Got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
You're lying, Jacob. It was
Vaikka
falling
puhukin
apart
paskaa.
and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her, all right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that.
No niin, tiedät, Anne, matka.
In that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Kapteeni aivan palasin.
You failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
I'm deeply worried about your ears. Ne tuntuvat olevan jotenkin sulautuneet sinun takaraivosi. Mut hei, sinä oot hauska mies, sulla on hauskat jutut, mutta kyllä me nyt kuule jokainen liidi tutkitaan ennen kuin lähdetään hutkimaan. Nyt mennään Mendesiä
Where we headed?
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Kova mies aina kännissä. Aika katsoa taas muutama postilaatikko. Tämä on aina semmonen perusjuttu tässä pelissä, että katsotaan vähän postilaatikkoa. Apartment 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Let's go. Apartment 16 on 4. kerroksessa. Oh yeah.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Sit vaan kuule juoksuksi. Ei ota make. Rusty, ala tulla. Kun oot niin paljon nestettä tankannut, niin pitäisi jaksaa yhdet portaat kuule. Tässä semmonen vilahdus vaan käydä.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Stoinks?
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Din 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 din. Okay.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Kenkähän täältäkin löytyy.
Gotta get these to Ray. Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
On pyssy löyty.
I doubt it.
Ai jaa, no ei sitten. Ei väkisin. Joo, siellä on semmonen verinen laatikko, mutta mikäli on väärin muista, niin se laukaisee jotain.
Optimistic, Cole.
Semmonen muistikuva minulla on. Munia.
Nothing significant.
Oho. Ja jotain paskaa, mitä lienee. No joo, eikä ne rupee olemaan siinä ne tavarat. Ja newspapersia ei täältä enää ole. Niin sehän oli siellä yhdessä talossa jo. Let's go. Kokeillaan löytää oikea asento. Tuossa oli jo aika lähellä. Go, 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 yeah.
Can match the color and brand of the body.
Sitten on tämmönen keppi. Pikkasen herkkä. En tiedä välittyykö se mitenkään videon lävityksestä, mutta on aika herkkä tuo.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey! What gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Stoinks.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there.
Stop running, you son of a bitch. Stop all, I'll shoot. Freeze, motherfucker.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Täysin rustu ajaa, kohta kun päästään tonne tielle, niin humalassa se yli tai jotain. Case closed.
Get in and drive.
Ja niin, et sinä et viiti ajaa. Skomaton mulukku koko äijä taas. Tänä menee roskakuskit, meinaa tulla tielle. Semmonen notebooki oli muuten tässä 60 fps modissa, että tää auton ohjattavuus on kohtalaisen herkkä.
Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Sillä lailla.
You're under arrest for the
Sehän
murder
onnistui
of
aika
Celine
kivasti.
Henry. What's with all the firecrackers?
Brutal firecracker.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Semmosta. No, kelpasko
You did a
Alonso?
grand job, lads.
No tää minäkin.
Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Enää muuta sano. Annatko mullekin juoma? Ai jaa. Ja sitten, ei mäkisi. Mä nieleskelen tässä sitten vaikka oksennustani sen aikaa. Kiitos vaan kaikille. Kiitos paljon. Kiitos. No millähän pisteillä? No täysillä pisteillä. Come on. Tulipa paljon vehikköitä maankin. Kyllä. Valorious, Valorious. Ei. Semmonen keissi oli tää Red Lipstick Murder. Ja me jatkamme sitten tästä taas. Kiitoksia kaikille ja ei muuta kuin seuraavaan kertaan. Hei hei!